time span of the Indians and the Dashavatara of Vishnu, and the people who used such signs as their seals and symbols. There are 4 yugas for Hindus: the Krita, the Treta, the Dwapara and the Kali. And the Dwapara Yuga ended only in 3104 before Christ, BC. After that Kali. So up to Dwapara Yuga, it is very ancient times. Now in the Krita Yuga, there are 4 avatars: Treta Yuga 3 avatars, Dwapara Yuga 2 avatars, and Kali 1. That is 4, 3, 2, 1 in the same ratio as the time span. So in Krita Yuga, the first people were the fish people, those who used the fish sign. They are actually the son of Vishnu. Kamadeva has a Magarakudi. Magara is fish. Pandyateva, Kamateva. Teva is the name for them, Teva. Then Meenavas and Arayas. Arayas when pronounced in a different way can become Arya. Then Paradava is same as Bharata. So these were the people first used the fish sign, and they also used, because they are Paradavas, Meenavas, they were using the Vanchi or the Nava. Now all these are seen in South India, especially Kerala. You can see this sign used widely, the Vanchi as well as the Meena sign. Then also they made use of the 2 monsoon winds, the twin winds known as Ashwins. Ashwins are the 2 monsoon winds, the Vayu or Pravaha Vayu, or the revolving wind around them, producing the Naaga, producing the fluid water for them, rain, producing biodiversity, and they used this for running their vehicles, the Vanchis. So these people, the oldest people who used the fish sign and the fish avatar of Vishnu, happened in Satyavrata Manu period, who is a Dravidian king of South India. Then the next was the Kachaba. Kachaba in old Tamil is known as Kachayappa or Kachappa. This is Kashyapa, the Brigugacha, the Kachankuruchi. The names are very Kanchi or Kachi. All these are related to the Kachayappa or Kashyapa. The origin of Saptarshi happened at that time, and the Kashyapa, from Kashyapa the Soma Vamsha, the Chandra Vamsha originated, and among them Atri lived in the area where Bharathappuzha or the Pananipuzha originates in Sakya. There you can see the Trimurti Pradishta, that is the son of Anasuya, as Dattatreya originated there, because the Trimurtis came there to test Atri's wife Anasuya. So Dattatreya was the guru of the entire Yadava Vamsha, especially the Mushaga Vamsha at the Mahishmati in the central India. From there up to Kanyakumari, he was the guru. So he belongs to the Brigukacha same family, the Kacha family. And you know, the tortoise is an animal which can move both on land and water. These people, that is the Kachaba people, used both the sea route and land route, and they migrated over the land route to various places. And the area, the Oxus, Devika Nadi, the Oxus Nadi, which people say that it is the Chachushi Nadi. Actually there is one of the tributaries to the Gayathri in the area of the Kachanguruchi is also known as Ikshumadi. That is the Ikshwagu Parambara's origin was there actually. So land route migration happened. The third was the Varaha, Panni, or also pronounced it Fani, the Nagas. These people who used the Varaha as the sign were the Pulkasa Chalukyas. The Pulkasa, Pula means a cave. In Tamil, Pula means a cave. Because of that, they were called Pulkasa Chalukya. They were Shala people. They made shalas, Eknashala, Pandigashala, all these things they made. So Varaha, Fani, Panniyur, Pulkasa Chalukya were the first cave people, the first people who used cave as their dwelling, and the first stonesmiths who used the pre-Paleolithic, microlithic stone implements. From them developed the Vishwakarma Maya group of families, the Mudgala Brahmanas, from whom the Pajalas were derived. The first cave drawings and the first use of instruments, stone implements, the later which developed into the artistic town planning and Vastu planning, all these belong to the Varaha people, the Pulkasa Chalukyas. And among them, when the Mahishmati people, that is Mahishapura is in the middle part of, central part of India, that Mahishmati area became more powerful, and when the Vindhya started to grow, to equalize the both parts, to balance, a small person, it is called a Munda person. Munda is a short-statured man. So he is also called a Vamana, no? Munda or a Vamana, an Agastya had to go there and bring that Mahabali, that Mahishmati Mahabali, to a place up to Trikakara, where he gave the entire kingdom to that person and put him there. So that is the Vamana Avadara. And also, you know, before Mahabali's time, Prahlada and Prahlada's father, Hiranyakashipu, so in between the Vamana and the Varaha was an Avadara of Nrsimha to kill a person. But killing a person is not it is not possible by killing to reduce to submission. So the next generation, the Vamana people, very beautifully put that into a very smooth flowing way. He integrated both the south and the north, not the north, the central part, and balanced state was maintained. These are the four early avadaras. Vamana happened in the early part of Thretayuga. Then the main important avadaras which happened towards the end of the Thretayuga, Parashurama as the early contemporary and the Sri Rama. And it was at the Parashurama time that the Mahishmati Kartavirya Arjuna's son was made the king of Kerala and Mahishmati, both. The first Ramar Kada Moshaga. And Sri Rama also lived during that time. And Parashurama is yajna started with Vamana. Then Parashurama, with Parashurama, the wood cutting, the malu, the axe, the stone axe became useful not only for cutting stone but also for Darushilpa, for making wooden structures. So that denotes a change on the building houses on land. The cave dwellings were of stone, but the land dwellings were of wood. Especially this was easy for people having so many trees growing on the earth's surface, especially Kerala people, no? So Parashurama's wood cutting instrument is there. Then came Sri Rama, the Kshatriya. Only when there is a Ashari, Daru cutting person, wood cutting person, only then a bow and arrow can be made. So Sri Rama developed only after the woodcutter, the bow and arrow stage. Thus he became the Kshatriyas with bow and arrow. These are called the Villavas. Villava is the early term for the kings of Kerala. Villavan Kodai. Chera kings have the sign of bow. Villu, Dhanus is their sign. Puli for Chola, Meen for Pandya, and Villu, Villavan for Kerala, Chera kings. So these are the Thretayuga period. And in Dwapara Yuga, naturally, the plow has come. The agrarian economy has developed, and the culture has turned into the importance of art and music and dance has come with Krishna, and also the cattle rearing Goraksha. So it has become a beautiful agrarian economy, and dharma was stabilized at that time. Now the last one is destruction of all this. Now it has to come. It hasn't come. It will come. That is, we are actually, unless we find out our true roots, the last will also come. In Thrippaloor, in the old stone inscriptions, we find the signs of fish and Varaha and even Narasimha, but from that onwards we don't find anything on the stones. So it is a very old stone inscriptions. Whereas on the Daru Shilpas we find the other Dashavadaras. Starting from Vamana onwards you find only also on Daru, but on stone you find only up to Varaha, that is the stone cutter of the Vishwakarma Maya tradition, the earliest Pulkasa Chalukya, and even up to Nrsimha Pallava tradition. After that the Daru is seen. And this is a very important thing that I noticed, especially that in Kerala we find the IVC scripts and this signs is interesting. The Vasthu of the three Shivalingas consecrated by Khara in Thretayuga. Khara lived in Thretayuga. Now imagine Khara as the Vasthupurusha on a three-dimensional earth. His head is towards the east in a Surya Namaskara position. Both his arms are extended on the left and right of the person, of course related to the person. The earth on his right is towards Akiloor river, which is at a higher plane than the left hand, which is put towards the Gayathri river, flowing down to a spit-like structure to reach the Chirakuri, alias the Thiruvanjikuri. So the Swayambhulinga which appeared to Khara during his meditation is an old Swayambhu worshipped by an earlier group. That is, an earlier group means a people who lived in the Krita Yuga, that is the Navayogis, the sons of Rishabha, who had a dwelling over there, and the Naga shrine was the southwest of their Vastu, their dwelling place. It was actually a home where the Nagas or the Naayars, Nagas are known in Kerala as Naayars, the Naayars of Kerala, especially in Palghat area, the Naayars are very, very predominant and prominent. So it was their old dwelling. The Naga shrine is actually on the southwest of their dwelling, their Vastu. And the two Vishnu idols are about 90 centimeters, whereas the tiny Swayambhu Nagalinga in front of the Nagas is very, very small, and these three must be the oldest stone structures in the whole compound of Thrippaloor. Then Khara installed a new Shiva idol in the same place, and that is the Shivalinga which we find in the biggest or the Shiva shrine at present. That idol is made by Khara. He saw the Swayambhu Linga, small one, Nagalinga there. So he installed a Shivalinga, that is the bigger idol which we worship now as the Shivalaya there. So that idol is made during Thretayuga. The two Vishnu and the Naga Linga small Naga Linga, Shiva Linga as a Swayambhu in a pit. These three were the oldest, with the Naga shrine, and the Shiva Linga is in the Tretayuga period. Then he also made two more lingas, two more consecrations, one at Pallavoor with his teeth, and the other at Akiloor. This is also known as Kailasam with his right hand. Now, one feature is that at Akiloor only 41 centimeters, 41 centimeter is the height for the Shiva idol consecrated by Khara, while the Nandi is 60 centimeters and it is not facing the Shiva of Akiloor, but it is facing north towards the Kailasam as such. And this is a very important factor, and the Vastu, the idol, the center or the Brahmasthana should be always older than the structures that are constructed around, and the Swayambhu Linga has to be very ancient. These are the things that help us to determine the time span of each of these, and then determine the time span of the temple construction around it, then the Chittambalam around it, like that. So the position of the Naga in Thrippaloor and the Nandi in Akiloor has to be explained only if we go to all the three places and know the geography and the height of the place, the height of the consecrated lingas, etc.